of Unification from Alba Iulia, Gyulafehérvár, Karlsburg, has one of the most important and richest collection of Roman inscriptions from Central East Europe. Most of the finds were discovered under the territory of the modern city, which 1,800 years ago consisted one of the biggest urban centers of the Danubian provinces. The settlements of Apulum in the end of the 2nd century AD were formed by the Castra Legionis, fort of the 13th Gemina Legion, the Canaba in its surroundings, the Colonia Aurelia Apulensis in today Bartos, and the newly founded city, the Municipium Septimium Apulense. From its almost 1,000 inscriptions which tell us about the extremely rich and interesting stories of the people who lived here, there is one particular which tells us not only a short local story of an individual, but guide us directly in an imperial history of the empire. The inscription was first attested in 1767 in then the new Vauban fortress of Alba Iulia, and later so by the Patriarch of Modern Epigraphic Studies, Theodor Mommsen, who personally visited Transylvania. Its original place is unknown, but the text and the secondary position of it suggest that it was erected in the territory of the castrum, one of the largest military camps of Dacia. Being a votive inscription, it stood probably in one of the small niches or rooms of the Principia, or even in the Fanum, the most sacred place of every military camp, where the signum and the silver eagle of the legion were preserved, together with the statue and the portrait of the actual emperor. The statue base is a modest one, probably made very urgently. Its size, with a possible marble or even bronze statue on it, could reach the height of an average Roman soldier. The camp of the inscription is extremely crowded, full with ligatures, however, very precisely organized in the space. Only one single word can fit on the camp, and this is the title of the consuls. The monument was donated by Caius Aurelius Sigillius, tribunus of the 13th Gemina Legion. The inscription is dedicated to Jupiter, might and great, all the immortal divinities, and for the genius of Dacia, praying for the health of the emperor Marcus Aurelius Antoninus, knew also as Caracalla. Till now, the inscription could be an ordinary one. What makes it so special lies in the last 3 lines. It says that the monument was erected on the 5th of April in the year when Laetus was consul for the 2nd, and together with Cerealis. This is the year of 215 AD. The event is just about 1.5 years later from the emperor's personal visit in the province of Dacia, today Transylvania. We don't know exactly if he was also in Apulum, but the presence and the physical proximity of an emperor was an extraordinary event for every Roman, especially for soldiers. Many of them had the chance to see first time that person whose portrait was on every coin, on every statue, and in the holiest place of every Roman fort. It must be, surely, a stunning event. But this emperor was a sick one. When he visited the province, Caracalla suffered already in a strange and mysterious malady. Cassius Dio wrote that the emperor suffered not only physically, but also mentally, having strange visions and hallucinations about his dead brother and father. Such an emperor was a very bad omen for every Roman soldier. The man who presented himself as a rough, strong and always angry soldier now is sick. In a superstitious society, this must be a very bad event. After 213 AD, similar inscriptions praying for all gods and divinities, but especially for Apollo, Asclepius and Serapis, were widespread. The emperor itself visited numerous oracles, such as that from Claros and Grannus, praying for his health. Sigilius knew this very well. He erected the inscription to maintain the health of the emperor and also the moral power of his soldiers. His act was also a model for other officers. The rich story, which we can reconstruct from one single inscription, shows the beauty of Roman epigraphy and the importance of the lapidariums, which need to be reorganized into modern, interdisciplinary and interactive spaces, which can be enjoyed by all generations, passioned by the history of old times.